My name is Elena Kulichenko. I'm a senior in Georgia and I'm a high jumper. I started when I was around 9 years old. I never thought about going to NCAA, doing it collegiately. I even found out about this whole system a couple years ago, so it was kind of super surprising to me. I didn't know anything, but it was so far the best decision I've made.
I'm Riyon Rankin. I compete for Georgia in track and field, and my event is the high jump. I used to do the sprints for a recreation track, and my cousin was like, come try this, because I've always been pretty bouncy, and I tried it. I came in second. I was like, hold on, I might need to keep doing this because I feel like I can get pretty good at it.
Riyon, you know, he is what we call around here, like, he is the dog. He's a dog. He will compete. You know, when we saw last year, he dealt with numerous sorts of injuries and so forth, with bone bruising in his knee and some other things. And we went to first round nationals not even knowing if we'd be able to jump. He ended up, you know, tying for the win at first round nationals, and then went on to be an All-American even with the injury basically off one leg. So he's special. Riyon's really special. When I got to Georgia, obviously Elena was doing some special things. You know, she had the ability to put together a really high jump. And so we preach that constantly to her. And I think sometimes she thought I was blowing smoke when I'm like, you are that good. And you start believing you're that good. The whole time, all we did was just preach a lot of life into her.
Coach Bailey, he's so smart. He's an amazing professional. Last year was my first year with him. He really helped me to grow professionally in terms of some small details. High jump is really technical sport, and I think my previous coaches before kind of helped me to be stronger, be faster, but he actually just helped me to learn these little things that were essential.
I like Coach Bailey. I feel like he came in clutch, with him coming here. I like the way he trains us. I like his coaching style. It just fits in here.
When he's healthy, he has definitely improved a lot in his mechanics. His old approach was the same approach a field goal kicker would take. You know, so if you're kicking field goals, you know, take a few steps back and then step out a few steps. That's what he did with the standard, and then would jump 7.2 or 3 in high school and win the state championships, and he had no idea what he was doing, just sitting over bars. So obviously his talent level is extremely high, but the technical part is something he's really been focused on, is really getting the proper rotation in the high jump, the proper turn and so forth. And he's made great gains this fall.
Okay, my favorite memory would be first meet at Clemson. I opened up, I was so nervous. I knocked down my opening height. I was just I guess, kind of scared, you know, just I'm going against grown men. I'm 18, 17, 18. So I was just really in my head. I shouldn't have been. Coach was just calm down, you've been here before, it's just another meet, you can do this. And then I went off and got a good mark. I jumped 221 first meet.
Coach Carroll always says, it's who wants it more, and I was like, I want it more. Whatever it's gonna take, I'm gonna do it, because I was like, I wanna win this title, and I don't care what's gonna happen. That's what I told my coach in the beginning of the season.
She also mentioned it to Coach Carroll too. I mean, she didn't hide that. You know, it was she was gonna win. I think when an athlete gets to that point, that they're that confident, that's the favorite time for coaches. We can sit back and enjoy the show. That's what we want, you know, from our athletes. We want to get them to a point and really get them so self-sufficient from a mental and physical standpoint that we can just sit back. You know, if you get to that point, yeah, as a coach, you're really doing your job. And with Elena, that was pretty special.
I think it's still the emotions that I got at NCAA were something surreal. That's insane. When I'm still thinking about it, it's definitely a highlight of my career, even though there was Olympics after, and basically everything kind of led to that moment. It wasn't perfect. It was so many ups and downs, And then starting from SECs before, I think I was like, oh, it's over here. I got this confidence, I got all these PRs, and I was like, I'm in the best shape of my life. And this is the perfect timing for it. Just go for it. And at that point, it all actually, happened. It's amazing. It's still amazing to me. And I just remember all these feelings, emotions. It's incredible.
There was no doubt in either of us, I think, going into those meets, except for competition is fierce, and it's the best high jump. On the women's side, it's by far the toughest field that the NCAA's ever seen.
Personal goal for me is I want the records here. I want those, and then I just want to keep bonding with the team, because when it comes to people, I kind of hold back and don't open up, so keep bonding with the team.
I'm not worried about him as much from a technical standpoint anymore. He's really dialed in an approach that I feel really works for him. And so the next step, of course, is just to get him feeling really good, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
This is still the competition for me, and I'm gonna genuinely enjoy it regardless what the level is. Of course, there will be more stress there, more maybe excitement, but just to keep enjoying it, I think that's the main thing. It's still, I know what I'm capable of, and it's always you and the plank, the height, what you're fighting basically. And I think I still have a lot of potential, and I really want to achieve that all and see where it's gonna bring me.
It's going to be another tough year, but if I had to roll the dice, we're not allowed to bet on sports, but if I had to bet on anybody, I'd always put my money on Elena when it matters the most.